he has what it takes. If you played like he did yesterday, they might have been able to take over that series like they did at Summer versus Gambit. They've got that chip on their shoulder that they almost did it. But will it be worse this time? That's the question. Gambit are going to be more awake probably than they even were then.
Yeah, they're definitely on high alert after these two teams' last matchup, but it's a battle of the stars this evening. Complexity and Gambit. There can only be one. Who's going supernova? Right now, JKS falls away from Ticket, so we get ourselves that play out from a ramp. Config gonna go check top middle while the rest of his teammates rotate around through the spawn. And enters. Jumps back around the barrel. We get a little jiggle peek, a little bait and switch. And then the first headshot finally connects. Hobbit's able to keep the man advantage, and they do, of course, allocate a man to the back of the bomb site. That's Shiro playing it quietly. So if his teammates can get kills easily like this, hell, he's never going to have to come into the mix. Gambit, take round one.
And once they scare you enough, you lose the half. You always have to kind of still fight for it, and that can almost be doubly as bad. And that's the trap with Gambit. And here they find the opening kill, and the default rush goes down. They know Config is nearby. Flash will come out. Config is rotating in. They think he's over on Cat. He might be able to sneak a kill in here. He flashes through, gets over to Van, and also gets his kill. So sneaky, but enters, trades him immediately.
Yeah, still gives a bit of space for Blame to come out from market. Then he's caught by Nafany.
That was a really big rest from Blame, but it's a situation where they're already down a player. That bomb goes down, and he's in market. They probably lost. JKS on the other side of the map. Yeah, would that have worked? That's such an interesting question to ask.
That's the head-to-head I wanted to see.
Well, all right, we've got a spot inside the B site. Just players with Eagles. Can't say just Eagles, I guess. A lot of good damage coming out.
2021, dude. Eagles. The hand cannons are successful alongside JKS on the M4th. Look at this. Config staying alive back on bench. Axile's trying to get his eyes inside, but with the CTs moving all around these pillars, they have found sanctuary for a moment. Hobbit comes up from catwalk, killing one, and then the prolonged spray to the Deagle swap. 8 seconds. Time is of the essence, and yet Hobbit remains ever present, and then drops bomb because JKS lingered long enough, and Axile cleared. Is that after time? On this sweltering Danish day. Really boiling it down, but it still doesn't look like a save.
Okay, this is insane. They're actually
I don't know if they're saving or not.
They have to save.
They have to, but it's like I'm so ready for the execute.
What is this?
I don't know, man. But that kill towards Cat is crucial. Shiro's going to take a bit of damage on the bomb site, and because Config missed what seemed to be that window jump, he's going to have to take the long route. Now, he's going to make that contact right now versus Axile. Drops the op shot, but it's op, the op, and through smoke, Config kills him. Shiro has the back. No scope to blame. But who's to blame if Config can't clutch this? That's the question Shiro's left asking as he peeks around the site, eats the flash, and has to hesitate only a moment longer. Config, no scope to the forehead of Shiro. However, armored with the kit, incendiary smoke could burn Shiro into the open. He extinguishes the incendiary at his feet and peeks upon that backside, but nothing being offered. Shiro's head was spotted for a moment, and Inters can't really help because he's so low on health. But low on time is soon to be Blame F. Oh, and the Deagle comes out to close it. They do still have time, but they're not going to use it. Op shot misses from Config. We've got T starting to hit the dirt, double op inside the bomb site, and it's going to net them nothing unless Config can pull off the most miraculous of aces, which is just simply impossible at that point. Can do it twice. AK walks out middle. Potential for 3 CTs to peek. Hell, even a 4th if they go double catwalk, which is what happens. JKS with the grenade kill, and then Blame F the window peek. Hobbit was drawn towards the Cat player. Ooh, this is doable.
Look at Axile. He's actually working his way out of B as well. This is interesting. They're placing 2 bets on the roulette table, and I think it looks like they might even both pay off. The bomb still hasn't made a decision yet. Inter's out here collecting information, drawing CTs towards him, and also getting the kills. As long as he can still play, then they just play until they get the information.
As expected, Blame comes up from catwalk, sees the Opera and Shiro, knows he's been spotted and redirects. But again, Axile's already posted. Here's the audio and finishes off Blame F with absolute ease. Gambit take their 7th. Inters, that's ratty, man.
Just switches on the burst while walking around.
Look at this. You're done for. You could even knife him.
No one's going to clear this.
Yeah. No need to. Don't let yourself Die foolishly. Bomb's going to be able to hit that A site as they just caught the player getting aggressive. Sure enough, there it is. So another round where I feel like Gambit just comfortably cranked the dial on the pressure cooker. Really banking that they don't come clear him. He peeks.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Just the scout for Poison, and
They'll always make you regret it.
utility and abundance. Poison's going to get blocked. Oh, but he gets inters. He hits him and pushes Nafany into a clutch. Mohan, where's your bet? We've got a split between the CTs.
I'm betting CT. I mean, come on. I got
Nafany. Oh, what's his move, man? He's been given a little bit of time, a little bit of space.
This is the catch-all play.
Yeah. Oh my god, Poison jumps on ticket.
Oh,
But Nafany doesn't know, and
There it
Config
is.
hits him from behind. Arrives in time.
JKS especially, but it only results in six rounds. That's how insane Gambit played overall. Complexity feels like they would have crushed anybody else today.
Hobbit by the connector smoke, and we see Complexity commit to the A hit. Playing heavy into jungle. Shiro tucks to the corner, and Config's gonna get the better of him, but here comes Hobbit silently out from connector. He's been covered by JKS. Nafany through the murder hole, and Rush has his trade. But the trades upon trades leave us here. Axile's gonna make a lot of sound, and Blame F creeps up from the underpass like a troll to get himself into the man advantage, but he doesn't go connector. Instead, he tries to go top mid, and that pushes him into a position where Inters can fight him. JKS
Here's a kid.
hiding as far back as he has to. And Inter's gonna try to commit to this stick. JKS, no!
Jeez. He was actually moving his head around. I mean, that was... So it's pretty much fundamentally the smartest thing you can do in this situation if you don't feel like you're going to be able to win or get the advantage back or get any kind of serious mid control back. Axile was their kind of one big risk of the round.
And the decision has to come now. Shiro's dropped to 13 health, and that could be the softening up on the A site that they need. Blame F, great timing onto Nafany. Shiro's going to be intimidated to peek here. He's so little health, but they have that counter-terrorist still tucked back sight. Hobbit could say goodnight and put this round to bed, but instead, Config jumps over, hits the headshot, and Rush gets traded, sure enough. So Gambit could still contest this. Inters tries to rush in and stop that bomb plant, but Poison's got a couple.
It depends how complexity you're going to read this, but I think, the other side of the map's a little bit weaker with such a far rotation. But Rush makes his way out. Oh, there's a good flash, and Fence is dead. Axel comes out for the trade. Now his position is known. Well, he'll find a second duel. Of course he will. Another headshot.
Poison smoked off, can't quite come through yet. This is going to give Blame F a chance to actively flank, but I believe it's being held from CT spawn. So Poison landing that shot's doing a good job of, keeping these B players occupied. And the rotate slowed down because of Blame's play. Poison on for the 1v4 with 2 opponents tagged, but little time. That's the biggest issue. Really, at this point, no time at all. He peeks outwards for the market kill.
Yeah, with the way things were going.
Blame
Now,
F really bringing this round back into fruition with that late bottom play.
Yeah, I guess the bomb's planted opposite default here.
Blame F's exposed.
It looks like, yeah, he'll have the ability to spot one. Molly under Valk. Oh, that was such an important kill. JKS hits him in the air. Inters is out.
We saw an A commit versus 5 USPs that was costly. And these guys have more than USPs. Shiro's Deeg starts things off. Config comes out from Palace, and the CZ from Hobbit gets compromised because Config commits. He creates that space, all the space he needs, but he doesn't check his corner. That's an AK offered to Nafany.
And CT control with a player coming in behind them.
Poison. Oh, he misses his shot. There's 2 counter-terrorists ahead, and he gets burned out into the open. Rush's back's exposed, but he does slip onto the staircase. He gets the first towards ticket, but Nafany, the difference maker in this 23rd round. With a big old slice of ham. Shiro looking for connector kills, but nothing comes his way just yet, and he starts to look elsewhere. That could give timing to Blame F. We'll see. Poison's been able to get himself out towards the Tetris boxes, and Hobbit is actually caught because Poison pushes close. Blame F gets the better of the timing. We still have the Jungle Man and Nafany, but he now dies, and we've got Complexity into the 2v2. Blame F predicts the peek from Cat, but can't kill him, and the bomb does go down. Blame F on minimal HP. Axile's got him. Oh, that Cat peek.
And you can see Nafany has his attention split in this position. He has to think about connector as well as window. There's no way for his teammates to support him here, but he wants to be able to get the information right away, and he takes out blameF on this lurk, looking for a timing. There's no distraction to pull his attention away, and JKS now feels like he has to take command of the situation and will try to swing. He does find the kill, but trades are not going their way.
No, JKS gets killed from Nafany, and Inters comes in from Catwalk to close it. Couple pieces of utility, really not a stupendous buy. Axile over top of the smoke, has Nafany to lend a helping hand, and this is Gambit across the kill feed. Down to the 2v5 immediately. The mid clamp. How many times have we seen Complexity been offered over that bottom mid control, that catwalk crawl, only to be held back with total resistance here in the 28th? And Shiro dropping the bomb carrier. They know exactly what's going on. Gambit closing on Mirage. Summer Vertigo game. I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. We had, 4 of the first 5 rounds. Way of Gambit. Complexity success in the middle. And then they lose 4 of the last 5 on the half. Gambit are very good at starting strong and adapting strong towards the end. And when we're talking 16-14 is the previous score, every single one of these rounds is going to count, as it always does. So let's see if Cole can just get that flying start. Never let Gambit in. It's such a tough ask, but when you have pistols like this... 4v4, as Nafany walks around the tippity top of the ramp with the bomb by his side. Now, Config better be cautious. Or maybe Shiro should be careful. Config
what was that?
Config jumps by the door, but then he jumps up. That's a position that always feels like you never really have to jump up, or sometimes you feel like you're forced to.
He jumps up and gets kills, but it's so dangerous. You're right. It's so dangerous.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. This is the way back into the round. This almost confirms that there's 2 close by, because they had the big flank coming out.
But Nafany gets stuck between 2 CTs, and now it's Hobbit's turn to attempt his clutch.
Oh, this is interesting, man.
Half health?
This is so possible. Now, they did both cross left, and Flame's giving this kill. Oh, my God.
And with all 4 players here and a health advantage for the T side, it should be Gambit to push through. Rush peeks and nails the double kill. But there's that utility I'm talking about. Frag grenade to drop poison off the bomb site. It's a man advantage, and Rush is on for the ace.
Man, he takes no damage, too. Just that 30 health. And grab both.
Oh, he's got the 4.
Axile misses. Oh my God, almost all 5.
Inter's back at it, 46 HP, confirming Config's spot. And JKS could look to slip around. That's exactly what blameF did last round. An op comes over the boxes, and JKS was posted in position. 5-0 start. Everybody other than Nafany is heading over towards the other side of the map, and him killing poison just to dodge back. Good thing Rush comes out from sandbags to kill it. Hobbit shows presence towards mid. It's JKS that needs to hold this line. He peeks out wide and dies to the hands of Axile. Hobbit gets his attention turned, and that primes Config to get himself onto the kill feed. Now, up close is Inters, and Shiro.
Oh my God.
Scoped as he walks by. Rush could deny the bomb. No, Shiro survives it all. The frag grenade, the A1S doesn't matter. Gambit on the scoreboard. If Nafany can sell another one, JKS takes a way deeper spot. He has only played on the bomb sites. Axile gets the better of him. Axile looked good on Mirage.
Yeah.
Info on impact here.
Yeah, info on at least one more here. Config. There's no op in his hands, that he's not rotating over to B. B site's completely open. Smoke will go down. B is very retakeable. They have some nades, but they are 3-on-4 and only have an MP9 for Rush. It's a question as to whether or not they'll even try this. They'll start to just run away already.
Yeah, they scatter. But Hobbit just took a ton of space on.
Yeah, that's
the bomb.
Insane, actually. Yeah, they're here. He has a lot of nades as well.
I didn't catch what Inters did over at A to get everybody there. Curious for a replay. What just went down to magnetize Complexity? Regardless, Inters, he's still primed for this late mid lurk, and everybody else has already gone over top of construction. If Config remains scoped in, or if they don't turn back in time to catch him, Hobbit is so deep. He gets the first kill v Config, looks for the second, both the counter-terrorists occupied, and Inter starts to come over top. He sees the player closest to the bomb, poison gone, JKS caught between the last 2 Ts, and he is done for.
Like you said, we need the full story. Let's take another look at that and try to figure out what it was.
Next closest killer on the entire server is Rush with 8. Shiro tagged the base of ladder, blame, leaves. Config bleeds to 19. And JKS holds off the B hit. Config right back at it.
Oh, man. He said in the interview we did that he's his best when he's unpredictable. When he's look how many different positions he's getting these kills in. If we supercut it right now.
All 3 Ts right there on the ramp. Poison dropped to 39, and still the utility just sails in. It soars forward, Inter's dead, and Poison pops back up with a second off frag. Blame F there to lock it down. Complexity. Hobbit hasn't seen or heard a thing for the last 30 seconds. Now Complexity will start to realize that they went with the miss stack. But there's still time here. Because the bomb hasn't been planted and whatnot, I thought maybe Config would catch them, but no, they have their guard high. And so he dies, leaving Complexity in a 2v4. Yeah, they've got kits, they've got the flash and the smoke. At this point, why not?
Yeah, it's just one more round left in the half.
Let's go. Throw it and see what sticks. They smoke off the bomb first and foremost, and Poison's going to remain occupied with short side. So it's going to be on JKS to take him off of ramp. He's just going to jump on top of this bomb, but he can't quite get his hands on it. Poison's giving cover. JKS, okay for a second. And that was the first smoke spammy moment.
Yes. And it's because people are fighting more down the A ramp, like a lot more kills are happening in these defaults. People are not simply playing back and going for retakes, and Blame F another re-aggression down the ramp. He can't find the second kill. Shiro takes him out, keeps the player advantage, rush down to 1 HP. JKS in the site, back turn to Generator, no one to help him out on the stairs. He is completely segregated from his teammates.
Yeah, you'd think he's screwed, but that frag grenade does nothing.
Oh, what a cute position.
Two
Will he get cleared?
Up from stairs already. Oh, and he peeks in. Good cover here from Hobbit. This is going to be the 6th for Gambit, you'd think. No reason to believe that Rush with 1 HP could help Poison in this 2 versus 4. They've got this deep post plant from Hobbit in middle. Yeah, I mean, bro, lock and key. Let's go ahead and concede. Wrap it up. Hobbit closes for Gambit as they do add 2 rounds to the tally. Who can dominate who? He is the front runner right away towards this B site, and you know Config can damn well entry. But they've got a player back hidden on quad, and Config's just dodging these flashes right into green. He he got that kill through smoke! JKS is gonna be down into the clutch, and he falls. A robbery after Config's first 3. Unscopes, sees Rush. Oh, but it's Nafany to come in with the kill, so it needs to be all 5 from the Aussie. And as the counter-terrorists cross towards site, JKS needs to peek into Shiro. He sees him, he nails it, but Nafany, half a damn second, not enough!
Ace! Oh, it's so tense. Whatever risk they want to take in Complexity are moving pretty quickly here.
Yeah, they're all stacked around in short. All 3 of these A players from Gambit. Hobbit, first and foremost. Oh, the MAC-10 gets the better of him. Nafany, just the one and done, but do they expect Shiro? If nobody else gets him off of short and Inters arrives in time, that bomb's still not planted. Poison Sniper trades. It is 3 ops in this 2v2, but Config kills Shiro first, and Axile comes back at it. Just a few seconds to spare. The bomb should be planted. No wallbang yet. And sure enough, there it is. Axile takes to the top rope and repositions back around.
Can they hold their nerve?
Sitting inside the pressure cooker. Will this come out delicious for Complexity, or does Shiro spoil the tastes? He's been able to jump up. Oh, and he predicts JKS! The same spot that JKS last used. Rush, missing shots and about to be pitched from behind. They've done it! Gambit again!
Perched up on this corner, Shiro can peek when he wants to. He's got a teammate to take attention away from him. Misses the flick. Rush gets both. 3-on-3 situation, looking for a third is Rush, but he gets denied.
Poison can't find his target. He's fully blind. It falls to JKS yet again, and
dead on the lurk.
Dies to Axile. They're gonna try to fight it. Shiro's blinded. Nafany in position.
Again.
Got eyes, not on it. Oh, he lines up 2 players. And Nafany, little HP, throws down the smoke in time to survive. And look at this, counter-terrorists collapsing down upon it. No flank needed when they're doing that wallbang damage. Shiro finding an angle. And you can see how desperate the remaining players of Complexity are.
Nafny is reading the game so well right now. At this point, every single time BlameF tries to do something, they've got the perfect counterplay. There's the flash flank to come in. BlameF with a sole AK, 1v5 situation, no HP to his name, 3 CTs in front of him, 108 on the clock. Or just hold and let his CT friends here sit and wait. But yeah, eventually he dies 14-11.
A warning over the bow of Complexity. They nade out sandbags, nobody there. Utility in both directions and CTs stacking this site. All of them ready to hold. But Rush with the headshot and Shiro's op answers. Axile could catch them off with this, but instead it's Config over the top of that smoke. A 4v2 ensues. 25 seconds to spare. BlameF sticks that bomb plant, and now the retake's truly on. Shiro looking for a godlike clutch. But even if he doubles back to B, JKS should lock him in, and Complexity with at least a sign of life.
Here's an offer Poison as well. They take him to the next round. Complexity are trying to use to find that timing one more time. And BlameF does not spot Nafny over this. Oh, he does find it eventually.
Here's Shiro.
Critical moment.
On the back shelf. Now diving behind the sandbags. Remember, he came up empty-handed, but that is a killer headshot, and he's not alone! Gambit comes out big! 3 kills straight to shut down ramp, and Gambit will take that 15th. But speaking of timing, there is still a clock to work with, but JKS unable. I would love to see that from the perspective of the player jumping up, because while the 2 guys in the back are watching sandbags, the one that he shoots down into, that's the person who's supposed to stop it. But Hobbit all too slick, and Shiro sick angle. They cannot get him out of here. Gambit, 3 kills away from closing Vertigo and stopping Complexity when they damn well thought they had a chance. Shiro's had enough. And Complexity battered and bruised in a 2v5 have no right to continue this second map. But one hell of a series and one hell of a showing from Shiro. He finishes things off. 4 kills on that A site, and despite Complexity's best efforts, it's Gambit to win again.
I mean, we end at the pinnacle of play with Gambit. It was hard. Complexity kept up. They kept it close. They looked like they could have won Mirage. They looked like they could have won Vertigo.
Hollywood person.